Think big, believe big, act big, and the results will be big. Hi, and good morning, everybody. Excuse me for the first little bit of um, the just beginning touches of this. My name is Lee Beatty. I'm with ShareBeat Marketers, and I want to introduce you guys to the concept that I'm going to be coming up with from a young lady by the name of Tiffany Smith. She is the owner and CEO of DreamTeam Consulting, and I'm going to be partnering with her to be offering marketing services here in the Detroit, Ypsilanti area, Michigan, Upper Ohio, Illinois, just in this huge regions. It doesn't matter if you're in the United States, Canada, Mexico, if you're abroad, whichever the case. She's actually putting together a consulting firm, and she reached out to me. She's my sister, actually, but not blood related, but we're related in a way that we're family, obviously. So she reached out to me and asked me to really put something together. So you guys are getting a Pikes Peak edition today. So this is going to be action packed. It might take a little long today. So this one might be a little longer than normal because I'm going to be going through some things today that are, really for all of you who are wanting a real starting point with business and how to go from there. Really, what I want to do is I'm just going to give you a nice foundation that you can actually come back to. You can refer to this. And, really, I'm going to do my best to not only speak upon it, but I'm going to show you a bubbles mind map and just exactly how I would put that together, how I would start out, versus when I initially took the actions to start out over 7 years ago. So tell you a little bit about me. I've been marketing online for over 7 years. Again, I'm teaming up with Tiffany. She actually offers a bunch of different consulting services, and myself, I bring a lot of the marketing. As you guys know, you're on my ShareBeat channel. So the first thing I want to do, get all the housekeeping out of the way, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you like this video, and make sure and leave a comment below. That's some of the things I'm going to need you to do because I'm going to give this as an action-packed really hangout today. I'm going to do the best I can to provide as much just value as possible, and really give you some how-to business building tips that it's going to really be based around some of the Dream Team consulting the mindset and what we can actually offer businesses here in the local area, abroad, again, Canada, and so on and so forth. So again, I do web development, video marketing, social media. I have several courses out there, and I've created over 15 this year with more to come. I'm finishing up on 3 books right now, and one is actually going to talk about what I'm going to be talking about today, and that is how to build your business and really how to succeed, in 2014. Now we're ending up on 2014, going into 2015. So for those of you who are on the fence right now with why you should keep watching this, just stay tuned because I'm going to get ready to start going through some of the mind mapping processes. So I'm going to make a couple promises to you here. This is for everybody who is beginning, intermediate, or maybe you're a business and you just want a nice foundation of what you should do. Everything I'm going to reference here today, actually, I saw a commercial last night from a company called web.com. And I think it's ironic because they're actually offering Facebook fan page building now on top of the website development. And it's kind of odd because I actually teach Facebook. According to Elance, Odesk, some of the testing I've done, I'm actually one of the the top 1% of the people in the world who offer Facebook marketing as a service. So you can actually trust that, and again, if you need validation, just go on Elance, check me out. You'll see I'm in the top 1% in the world for Facebook marketing and social media marketing. I'm I think top 3% in the world. So per Elance, and I just took all the tests just to see where I was at as a baseline. So you can trust what I'm saying. If you guys watch my channel, I just give tons of just tons and tons and tons of value here, and that's what I plan on doing today. So, okay, enough chatting about me. What I want to get into now, I'm going to actually take you to the actual bubbles mind map screen, and we're going to talk about that. So for all of you who are really on the fence right now, don't worry. After this, I'm going to actually download this mind map. I'm going to put it below this, and I'm going to upload it. Or for those of you who have a pen and paper, make sure you start to write this down, or maybe jump into Bubbles and start to write a lot of this out as well. Or just go back, rewind it. If there's anything that you missed, make sure that you, essentially go back and get this done. Gonna roll up my sleeves here, take a little got a big action-packed cup of water. So as I start to go through this, make sure that, of course, folks, everything that I'm going to point out in here, this is not going to be everything. It's not going to be a complete nuts and bolts, but it's going to give you a nice overview on what you should be doing, what we're going to be able to do with Dream Team Consulting, and what services we're going to be offering. But I'm going to give you as much training, general training, level 1, touching into level 2 as possible, and hopefully, get some of those light bulbs to turn off for you and go from there. So, okay, enough of me chatting about me and all that stuff. Let me go ahead and share the screen, and let's make sure that I'm actually where I need to be. All right. And all righty here. Okay. All right, guys. So what you're seeing here is Bubbles. Bubbles is a free mind mapping tool. And this is something that I highly recommend for any of you who are not necessarily, maybe mind mapping your process. Make sure that, you are. And what I'm going to share with you today, this is a free tool. Okay. This is something that you're going to be able to literally, I'm gonna try and increase this so you guys can all see this. But what we're going to talk about today is what Dream Team Consulting, just from a marketing aspect. Tiffany will actually go through a lot of the actual, other things that she's going to be offering as consulting. I'm just going to talk about the marketing aspect. And before we get into that, you guys are probably wondering, how in the world did I get this free how did I get that overlay? What you're seeing here is a site called Hangout Magics. It is a free graphics for your Hangouts tool. Highly recommend this. This gentleman right here is the creator of it. His Bertrando. Really can't speak enough about him. He offers some great tools here. And if you actually go to some of his other sites, he actually has other free tools that you can actually pick up. So I think it's ymbproperties.com or something like that. But really he offers softwares and things like that. So I just want to get that housekeeping out of the way. So all of you are wondering, hey, how did you get that really cool overlay? It's called Hangout Magics. So there's your first free tip for all of you who do Hangouts. Make sure and write this down. It's hangoutmagics with an X.com. Go there, get your overlay. So that's one of the first things. So what I'm going to do as part of this, I'm just going to open a couple bubbles here. Okay, and excuse me if it's not perfect for all of you people who are perfect out there. Hopefully you forgive me on this, and we can go from there. So first things first, what is it that you're going to need to do with your business, and what is it that we can actually help you out with? And I'm gonna first get into branding. Okay, branding is really one of the key essentials to really being able to help your business stand apart from many others. Okay, a lot of local businesses around here that I've seen. I've drove around here. It was Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin. It doesn't matter wherever I've been. Actually, the Chesterfield, Richmond, Virginia area, I was just there last weekend. There are a lot of businesses that are not branded. And what do I mean by that? See this little logo here, this Dream Team Consulting? This is one of 4 concept logos that we're doing conceptual logo design right now. This is not even the one she's actually chosen, but it's one I'm using for this because, as you can see here, I want to actually it's a mind map here, and this is something I want to use for these types of things. And this is one of the branding efforts that we're doing for this. So first thing is branding. And what does branding mean? Branding gets into one of a few things. Logo creation. So what we do and what we're going to be doing, as you can see here, as you can see with this actual logo, and I'm referring to this because it's open for a reason, but we do logo design for you folks, and we have reasonable costs that we'll actually do that for. What we'll help you with with branding, on top of your logo, is we also will do, and right now we're actually working on a slogan slash mission statement. Okay, and as you saw, one of the first things that I mentioned to you all was one of the things that I believe in. And I'm going to show this to you. It's think big, believe big, act big, and the results will be big. That's an actual quote that I pulled up. It's just positive affirmations, but this is something that I just want to, really get you all in tuned with, what is it that your actual business stands for. Okay, branding is a couple different things. Branding, going back to this Dream Team Consulting, when you think of Intel or McDonald's, or you think of Chick-fil-A or Toys R Us or anything like that, they have a branding. Like with us right here, this is going to be, when I do these hangouts, this will be the brand that I use, unless Tiffany says, hey, I want to use something else. We'll use something else. But to me, this is something good because it's to show you all we're doing a brainstorm here. Okay, so the branding part of this is, logo creation, a slogan or mission statement. I guess I should just say statement here. And, really, a lot of people who are on the fence with this, you're probably wondering, okay, Lee, that's great, but, we really only have conceptual designs. That's great, because if you have something in mind, like with this, Tiffany had these color schemes in mind, and we can literally work with these with you. Okay, these are things that we can actually do to literally start to implement some conceptual changes, which is nice. Okay, so that's the logo creation, the branding, and really the slogan, your mission statement. So what do you want to be known for? With your logo creation, that is branding yourself without having to tell people what you do. So in other words, what does that mean? If you go by and you see the golden arches, what do you think of? McDonald's. If you go by and you see let's see, Dunkin' Donuts, or a I can't even think. I mean, there's so many, Chevron or anything. When you see any of these various labels or brands or logos, what do they represent? McDonald's represents fast food. Chevron, is representative of, getting gas, or BP, or whichever the case. If you went by Best Buy and you saw the blue and yellow, that's a big electronics store. If you go by Walmart, it's basically replaced your grocery stores, your local shopping, because it's an all-in-one solution for most cases. So a lot of those, when we say logo creation, that is your form of branding without speaking to who you actually are. And then your slogan or your mission statement. Folks, my slogan is to educate a macro community that funds a micro community that feeds a community. And if you Google that right now, you'll see that's my mission statement. And I have a couple others that I don't mention here because I'm still working out some conceptual designs. And right now, Tiffany and I are working on our slogan slash mission statement, that will be beneficial to and more conducive to what Dream Team Consulting is going to be all about. So really, that's something that we can actually brainstorm and help you out with. So that's part of the branding that we do, and this will be good. And again, folks, this will be good. The branding of this, your logo and your slogan, folks, these are all things you can put on your letterhead. These are things that you can actually have your business associated with you and what you stand for. So when I say that, I'm just going to minimize this, because at the end, don't worry, I'm going to save this and I'm going to export it to meet your needs. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and minimize this. So just know branding. The next thing we're going to talk about here is web development. Okay, that's something, and again, now there's going to be a couple bubbles going on during this. Web development. Okay, to me, I truly believe that anybody that has a with web development, you need to have a home base. Okay, and this is something via, say, a website. Okay, the reason why I say that is, with web development, is it necessary? in my opinion, yes and no. Okay, and we can go back and forth with this. For most people, if you want to be taken serious, you want people to be directed to an actual website. Okay, and this is something that we can do. We can do corporate-based websites. We can do e-commerce-based websites. We can do, everything in between. If you're looking to potentially be an affiliate, or if you have a, a local brick and mortar business, these are things that we can actually set up for you, which is great. And this one I'm not going to really go a whole lot into detail because it's pretty much self-explanatory. After the 1998, 99, 2000s, a lot of people are inundated with understanding what web development is going to do for your business. Okay, so everybody knows that if you got XYZ123.com, then you want people to actually go there. And you can look at that from the commercials. You can look at that from anything that you're observing online. So a lot of people, you're probably wondering, and this is where I'm going to kind of go a little bit more in depth here. Try to, and I'm just going to make recommendations. Don't hold me to this, because there's some things that I use, and there are specific hosting companies and places that I would go to actually get this started. So what am I talking about? You gotta land your domain name. And what we have is a proprietary system that we use. A lot of people want, like with DreamTeam Consulting, this is something that Tiffany came up with, really to really, let me back this out. I think you guys are all getting it. Hopefully, at the end of this, believe me, I'm going to download this. So don't get too terribly upset if it doesn't meet your desired needs initially. Okay. So, with your website, what is it that your business is representative of? Right now, I'm in the process of working with Tiffany to get the DreamTeam Consulting website up and running. Okay, so if you don't see this at the time of doing it, don't worry, it's coming, it's in the pipeline. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is whatever your business is. As you can see here, hers is a DreamTeam Consulting LLC. So, obviously it's a limited liability corporation. So hopefully you guys are, if you're just starting out, you can do that. And that's something I know that Tiffany is actually talking about, is helping businesses to take those first couple steps, which is, really a great thing, because, a lot of people, have a lot of problem with that. And so basically you're gonna have to land your domain and get your URL. And where can you get that? You can get that at Namecheap. These are ones I use, GoDaddy. And there are others. Okay, these are two that I use right off the top of my head. You can actually go there right now. You can type in your, if you want to get a .com, .net, .us, .tv, whatever the case. They all are extensions, and what are going to be taken serious for you, depending on whatever you want. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a quick drink of water. Okay, so now that you've seen that, okay, what's next? And this is where a lot of people get stumped with this. They think, okay, I'm going to land my domain. So what's next? Well, the next thing is you got to get hosting. Okay, and hosting is like HostGator, and actually some of these places like GoDaddy, Namecheap. A lot of these places actually offer these types of things, and really, I'm not going to make any tip and suggestive tips, only because I'm actually transferring over to a different type of hosting right now. It's a little different, but these are some right now that you can go to. You can check them out, and there are others. Okay, what I can recommend, that you do, Google best hosting plans. Okay, just Google that. Okay, if worst case scenario, you want an idea, and again, you guys gotta excuse me. I guess I'm OCD that way, where it's got to make some sense and in the flow of it, but that's not really that important, because it's gonna all work out in the end. So with hosting, you're gonna want that type of hosting to meet your requirements. You can get shared hosting, like for instance, if you go to GoDaddy, you can get the baby hatchling plan if you only got one website, but just keep in mind there's gonna be some bandwidth restrictions. Okay, and here's some of the things that I want you all to know on the back end of this, because this is something that a lot of people just don't talk about. If you are a business and you want to make sure that people trust, know, like, and trust your business, you want to get an SSL certificate. Okay, what that does is when somebody comes to your website, it's going to have that little green secure, see, like up on top here, see this right here on the top part of that, it's HTTPS. That just means that this is a secure site. This is, you know, has an SSL certificate, and that really you can talk to your hosting company to really see what fits your needs. And just so you know that this is going to be, I'm just going to give you a little note here. Google is going to offer more credibility to your domain and will affect SEO factors, excuse me, in the future. Okay, just so you know, that comes from Matt Cutts. He's one of the lead engineers for Google. And for all of you wondering, hey, why do I care about Google? Why worry about that? And why should we talk about that for Yahoo, Bing, Ask, whichever the case? Well, Google is the #1 website in the world, and that's the 900-pound gorilla in the internet space. So whatever Google's saying, you should probably really follow, you know, their lead here and what they're requiring. So if you're a business, I highly recommend you get an SSL certificate, talk to your hosting company or your domain company and find out how you can actually go about getting that. It's really important that you do that. The last thing that I recommend you all do, okay, and this is something that's not talked about nearly enough, is there's two different factors here. You're going to want to back up your domain, okay, and you want to mirror your drives. Okay, and what is, you know, back up your domains? You're probably wondering, Lee, what does that mean? So you want to do this, you know, really it depends on you. If you got a lot of information every day, and it just depends on how much information you're putting out there, or, you know, every week or month. Really, it's really depends on you. In my opinion, it's best to do this a little bit more frequently, just in case of hackers. I can speak upon that because I've been hacked multiple times, and even though I had my sites mirrored and backed up before I did all that, these folks really crippled my business before, and they definitely hurt that. So make sure you're backing up your domain. So all that's going to mean is if you get hacked, you can actually pull up from one of the last times it's backed up, and you can really restore your information and get it back online really, really quickly. Okay, so you know, just read upon that if you're using the WordPress-based hosting, or excuse me, the CRM, which is you know, basically it's just a it's a platform that you can use. You know, a lot of people use Drupal or Joomla or whatever. WordPress is really easy to use, and it really is looked at favorably in Google's eyes. So I'm just going to say here, I want to go back up here. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. I use WordPress, and you're probably wondering, you know, what is WordPress? A lot of the large brands are using it. We'll just put it to you that way. Just go to wordpress.org. Here, I'll just do this. And this is something, you know, you don't have to use this, if I can spell, .org and .com. Okay, you can go there and check for yourself. You got CNN's using it, MLB, National Football League, you know, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of TED. A lot of these big brands are actually using the WordPress platform. It's really easy to use, and for everybody that might be a little bit over your head, don't worry. We're experts in WordPress, and we can really get this rocking and rolling. All right, so I kind of skipped ahead there. Now, mirroring your drive. You're probably wondering, Lee, what is mirroring my drive? Essentially, what's going to happen is when we optimize your websites, or if you optimize them, when you mirror your drive, what that means is the speed of your website is going to be crucial to, you know, again, some of your rankings on site. You know, if you go to like Google, if you go to Yahoo, or you go to Bing, or whatever the case, they have a redundant mirroring system where it's, even though it's a cloud-based system, it's getting instant. It's cached. Even though it's cached, you're getting, you know, constant uptime. When you actually mirror your drives, you're essentially doing similar things to what Google and, you know, a lot of these larger organizations are doing. So the reason why you want to mirror your drive is this is gonna give you optimal uptime. Okay, and what that means is, you know, when people go through, I'm sure you guys have seen it, when you go through and you click and it takes 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then it finally uploads a page. That just means that that website is not mirrored. One, two, it's probably bogged down from some of the other sites, and it's not necessarily optimized, and it's not cached. And a lot of these people, what they're doing is, you know, they don't have, you know, something to optimize their server, so therefore it's loading down their server a little bit more. So long story short, when you do a lot of these things that I'm suggesting right now, it doesn't have anything to do with your hosting account or, you know, landing your URL. When you actually go through and you back up your domain, and, you know, let me just say this, you need something that is going to cache your websites. And in here, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to Google best cache plugin for WordPress. See this right here? I'm just going to do this. So you can actually see, you know, really it just depends on what you want. I use top test WordPress caching plugins. I'll just go to this one so you guys can see what these, see this right here. Okay, see this right here, your load time, 3.29 seconds. See how this came up really, really quick? That means their site is cached. And, you know, I used a W3 total cache, okay? But really, you can go and use whatever you want to. I mean, there's a couple of them, but, you know, obviously, it really just depends on you, on what you want to use. So just keep in mind that some of these are free, some of them cost, but I personally use W3 total cache. It's one that I found to be really, really optimal. And, you know, once you can get this, you know, optimize it, we can do this for you. Okay, so don't worry about that. We can actually do this for you. But that's one that I recommend. But there's others. There's, you know, WP Super Cache. There's, you know, and you can read that. Caching is a collection of methods that speed up the loading of your website. So that's basically it in summarization. That summarizes you know, what caching is for your website, and it really goes hand in hand with why you need to mirror, why you need to cache your website, and why you need to make sure that this is, you know, running optimally. Okay, and that's just a good example of that. All right, so hopefully you guys are understanding this is something that we are experts at, and we can actually help you with that. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize that because, you know, again, you know, I don't want to take forever on one specific thing. I want to educate you all on what it is that we can do for you. So now, what's the next thing? What's crucial to your success? Okay, and this is social media. Go ahead and log out of that. Social media. A lot of you, like I mentioned before, you got folks that are, you know, I recommend that you have the big five. And like I told you, I brought up web.com. I saw a commercial for that because they see the benefit in using Facebook. Okay, and for a lot of you, you're probably wondering, why are you telling me about Facebook? Why are you telling me about social media? Well, Facebook is the most viral source of traffic in the world, bar none. There is no better website for viral traffic. What is viral traffic? You're probably wondering. Viral traffic is where somebody can like, share, comment on your actual topic. And what that does is that is essentially word of mouth marketing on steroids via social media. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make recommendations. Okay, and there are many more, but I'm going to make a couple recommendations here. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. You're probably wondering, why do you care about Pinterest? Don't worry about it. Facebook is the king of social media traffic. Pinterest is the queen. Okay, keep that in mind. Google Plus. And just so you know, Google Plus is the fastest growing social media network in the world. Okay, we're gonna go Instagram. probably wondering, why do I care about Instagram? It's just pictures, it's all that. Well, folks, over 70% of interaction online, and don't quote me verbatim, but you can integrate your Instagram account with your actual Facebook account, and Facebook actually owns Instagram, so they're going to, there's going to be a lot more authority lended to the Instagram platform. And right now, between you and I, Instagram is going to be rolling out a paid advertising platform here in the next few months. And basically, if you're using PPC stands for pay per click marketing. If you have an advertising budget and you're using Facebook, basically Facebook is getting it right with Instagram. You're going to be able to target even better on Instagram than you can right now with Facebook. So it's taking it to the next level, just between you and I. So these are some of the big five that I highly recommend that you take advantage of. And you're probably wondering, Lee, why are you not mentioning some of the other ones? So there's Rebel Mouse, there's Clout, there is Snap. I don't really. Snapchat is all right, but that's just one of the ones that are coming through. I can't think of any right now off the top of my head, but these are some of the key ones here that you can jump into. But definitely the top five here. Okay, do not miss out on the top five. And you're probably wondering, Lee, wait a minute, you missed out one of the key social media based websites. No, I didn't, and I could tell you why. Actually, there's another one here that I like, actually, that I just found out about recently, and it's likes.com. Okay. Likes is one that's a little bit older genre of people. It's a little bit more tailored to images, things like this, and this already has a massive community. This is one I've been kind of experimenting with lately, and doesn't necessarily have the groups or the the pages feature, but it's really tuned to growing a presence very quickly. So you're seeing this right now. If you're not on Likes or Instagram or Google Plus, there's a lot of advantages to that. And with this in itself, I mean, I'm going to point out some quick advantages. Facebook, again, there's a lot of different things that you can do. There's Facebook fan pages. As I mentioned, web.com does this, and they offer these setup services. We do this as well. I have 3 different courses on Facebook marketing alone. Like I told you, I'm on the top 1% from Elance. This is an outsourcing-based website where people find outsourcers like me, and I'm one of the top 1% of Facebook marketing in the world. So I can speak to the authority of Facebook. Twitter, right now across all my different Twitter accounts, I have over 50,000 followers, and I don't even really mess with Twitter all that much. I have it there just because it's a social signal for me, and I use it for some backlinking in there as well. Pinterest, as I told you, Pinterest, a lot of people don't realize that you can share not only images, and believe me, when I say images, a lot of people think that Pinterest is just clothes and recipes and things like that. I will assure you, Pinterest is the second most viral source of traffic in the world behind Facebook, just so that you all know that. Pinterest is a massive, and it's growing by the day, growing social media network. And once it kind of catches on globally, that's going to be one of it's going to probably surpass Twitter. Maybe. I mean, you're talking opinions here. Really, does it matter? Really take it for what it's worth. So Pinterest is good. Google Plus. Google Plus, reason why I like Google Plus is you can also create communities. You can also create your own pages, your own business pages. This really works well with Google. Remember, Google owns Google Plus. Okay, Google owns this platform, so it's their version of a social media community that is going to that rivals Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. So keep that in mind, and it's the fastest growing social media network ever. So I want you all to know this. This is something that is crucial, especially if you have a Gmail account, if you're using Google at all. Google is going to lend more authority to their sites, especially when you're setting them up properly. And we are experts at that. I did a recent promotion to help this guy promote his book, and I use some Google Plus techniques, and we'll just say that the proof was in the pudding for that gentleman. Instagram, again, this is one of the next most viral sources of traffic. This is up there, folks. Do not miss out on Instagram. Highly recommend it. And then Rebel Mouse. You know, I can go on and on about Instagram, but I don't want to take your time out with that. Rebel Mouse. A lot of you have probably never heard of Rebel Mouse that are watching this. Rebel Mouse really takes a lot of these feeds from all of these other websites. Okay, and literally, you guys, this is one of the most intuitive social media platforms I have seen in a long, long time. Do not miss out on the Rebel Mouse platform. I can assure you that Rebel Mouse is going to be one you're going to be hearing about more in the 2015 year. I actually did a course on Udemy or Udemy on Rebel Mouse, and I overviewed it. It was intended to be an overview course, and I'm going to be adding more to that as the following months come along. But Rebel Mouse is something that you can implement right now in all your websites, your WordPress websites, and really lend to the authority of your Facebook, your Twitter, your Pinterest, your Google Plus. You can literally merge all those into one Rebel Mouse page. I really, really, really love Rebel Mouse, you guys. This is a great platform. Okay, Clout. All right, a lot of people don't know about Cloud as well. And a lot of, if you know any people that offer social media based services, if they're not telling you what their Clout score is, then they're not really in tune with social media. I have a Cloud account, okay, myself, and I've been using Clout for a little while, and I did a course on Clout as well on Udemy. Clout is one of these social media based platforms that, you know, really there's a lot of perks to it. There's a lot of advantages to this. Okay, they have a paid, you know, just like Rebel Mouse, Cloud has, and I didn't mention that with Rebel Mouse, they have a paid platform where they can help your posts go viral. And Cloud has something similar. They call them perks. Okay, but a lot of things that you can do there based around your interests. This can tell you who has a certain amount of authority within Clout, and I really, really love the Clout community. It's a great community. It talks about, you know, really, you know, how social you are, and, you know, really if you should start trusting people. So there are a lot of people that'll say, hey, I'm an expert at this, expert at that, but then they've got a Clout score of 22, and, you know, you can't trust them. So, you know, to me, definitely check out Clout. Snapchat, that's something that I feel that we're going to be kind of going to. That's why I actually put that in there. There's Cyberdust, which Mark Cuban, for those of you guys know him, he has something. Let me just put Cyberdust in there. And these are kind of similar based platforms, pretty cool. And you know, I like those personally. Okay. Don't use them nearly as much as I could, but these are going to be ones that you're going to hear about more often. And these are mobile apps. These are not necessarily social media properties, but Snapchat is, and Cyberdust is going to probably build into something like that. Then there's likes. Okay, folks, this gets over almost, they're reaching up on to 80 million daily views a day. Okay, a month. This community is enormous, and a lot of people don't even know about it. I actually found out about it because I was wanting to find similar social media based properties that rival Instagram, and likes is it. Okay, if you do not have a likes campaign, go on there right now, go get one. This is going to grow leaps and bounds here in the next year, and it is starting to grow rapidly. So jump on the likes campaign. And again, you know, guys, there's a lot of advantages to this. You know, I'm not saying go in there and spam people. Do it organically. These are things that we do and we're going to be doing, but these are ways that you can get interaction and really take your social media presence, you know, to another level. And likes.com is going there. And then my personal favorite for actual apps right now that integrates with Facebook and Twitter is It's actually called Hang With, and just so you see, that's what it's going to look like. But this right here, they have a platform where you can literally do broadcasts for when you integrate your Facebook and your Twitter. You're going to be able to broadcast live for up to 15 minutes. Okay, so if there's something you can talk about, if there's something that you're doing, and you want to invite people, you're getting real-time people that are actually checking this out within that community. And I highly recommend you check it out. Go to your Android or your iTunes store right now, or your Apple store. Download that app right now. It's a very, very cool app, and it really, really works well with. Think of Instagram, or one I didn't put in here. Sorry about this, guys. Is Vine. Vine. So think of Vine. Think of Snapchat. And that's what Hang With is, but that allows you to do 6 minutes, 15 minutes. There's a lot of advantages to Hang With. Okay, so these are ways to integrate social, mobile, all of those. Okay, and that's just social media. Okay, and these are what we're experts in. Okay, and like I said, with Snapchat and CyberDust, these are a little bit newer. I have a presence on those, and that's something that Dream Team Consulting is going to have there. Okay, all right, I'm not going to touch base into that. I'm going to get another bubble here. Sorry, guys. Now we're going to go into something that I personally like a lot, and that's video marketing. Okay, and these are something that I get. For any of you watching this right now, you all know that I get a lot of SEO rankings with video marketing. There's specific ways that I actually do it that will help you go to the next level. And I can assure you, I've tested out all of these methods to make sure what works and what doesn't work. And and this is where I left out one of these most important sites, and that is YouTube. YouTube is the #3 overall rated website, excuse me, in the world, and it's owned by Google. Okay, it integrates with Google Plus. You see how this is kind of working out with Google, and it really lends to being able to get organic rankings very quickly. I do this on a regular basis. I did this yesterday, I did it the day before, and I do it the day before. And I'm sorry, I forgot one, excuse me, one social media property, and I can't believe I forgot it. Here, I'm sure most of you are jumping up and down. It's Tumblr. Tumblr, a lot of people don't realize Tumblr has a massive community. All right, sorry, deviating there. I do realize that. So video marketing, so there are sites like, Meta Cafe, there's Hulu. A lot of people don't realize that. There is actual Google Video. A lot of people don't realize that actually has a big community as well. And there's others. I'm not going to go and list all those out, but video marketing, we use primarily YouTube. But the thing is, with all this, we can actually do custom videos. And this is where we do custom video creation for a lot of you, whether you're looking for reputation-based marketing, or you're looking for branding, or if you want something that is going to be commercial-based videos that are going to help you out. We actually do this, and I have several different variations that I can show you all. And I'm not going to really go into that because this is something that we offer as a service. Okay, that we do. Everything that you're seeing here, we offer as services. Okay, and we're going to be offering more services. And with this, I'm just going to say, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Okay, we're going to do video creation, and then I'm going to go below that, and I'm going to say we do video submission. Okay, and these are just going to be more general in nature, but what you're seeing here is, really services we offer. And I didn't put video marketing under social media because it's very different, but it's integrated with social media. So here in a minute, I'm going to actually show you a couple other things. So I'm going to scoot this guy over, and bring this over because I got, let me see here. Let me minimize it. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm losing you there, but guess I should have thought about that beforehand. This is one of the things with Bubbles that I really dig. It's got a lot of flexibility and stuff like that. So like I said, you know, video marketing is something that we do. I'm actually working on a YouTube course right now to actually help people, but a lot of you who follow my channel, again, I'm telling you, there's things in here that YouTube offers you that, again, #3 overall rated website, and by 2018, I believe, it's going to account for almost 80% of the views online. It was a really good purchase by Google, and YouTube is definitely you know, if you're not integrating with YouTube, there's going to be other video sites that, again, with the video submission that we do, that are, you know, they're not even going to touch YouTube. I can assure you guys of that. But you know, there are going to be other websites where there is a custom audience. There's built-in audience there that people can, you know, go in and check out. So just know we do video marketing. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right, so we're going to minimize that right now. Then I'm going to go 2 more bubbles. Whoops. It's funny, as soon as I do this. All right, I tell you what, what in the heck is going on? All right, let's see here. I don't know if it's giving me issues because, all right. That's probably because I'm not. Oh, well. All right, let's see here. Sorry about this, guys. This shouldn't have given me any issues. Okay, so what's happening here is it's limiting my ability because I'm not logged in. Let's just go to another. Let's start another one so you can see here. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to download this, but then the next one we're going to go DreamTeam Consulting Continued. Okay, and see these little things, I don't know why they didn't give me those tabs in this guy right here. It's DreamTeam services. Okay, so you guys are seeing that's part of it. Okay, so there you go. So what's the next thing that we do? Okay, we do book publishing, and you're probably wondering, what, you do book publishing? Yes, you do book publishing, folks. I have many. So you can do physical books, and physical books. We do audio books, and we do digital books. And any of you who are wondering, you know, if I really do have a presence online, just go check that out. I can assure you. I'm not going to brag on that, but it's just something that I have added to my arsenal of things to do. And again, I have books coming down the pipeline that they're an editorial review right there. So book publishing, we do book promotion. And there is something that is very different than actually just having a book and also getting promotion for it. I recently just helped a guy out, and at the end of this one specific promotion, he had over 80 reviews. He had people literally jumping on this book, and you know, I'm sure the profits he's experienced are skyrocketing now as a result. I'm still waiting on some feedback for him after the 30-day. So we do book promotion, and that encompasses a few things. Okay, you're probably wondering, what is the book promotion? We do you know, everything that is involved with it. So I'm just going to say, you know what, I'm not even going to do that because there's no point in even doing that. So there's book promotion. And you know, I'm actually going to be doing a separate hangout regarding this. So what you're probably thinking, why in the world would you be talking about a book promotion? What is so important about a book? You know, and you know, newspapers and these books they're going away at a rapid rate. Well, yeah, I would agree, but you know what, folks, think about this right now. Okay, I want you to think about this generally, because like I said to you here, when I've talked about branding, web development, social media, video marketing, these are services we offer, okay? But a lot of people don't realize that, as part of the consulting that we're going to be offering, having a book. I want you to think of the two differences here right now. I want all of you who are business professionals, when you actually pull out a business card, okay, think about this just for a minute. If you're an authority, and again, we're dealing with offline businesses, we're dealing with brick and mortar businesses, things like that. It doesn't matter if you're a chef, you're an accountant, you're a lawyer, you're a realtor. It doesn't matter what it is that you're, that you are, a doctor, dentist, whatever. And let's just say somebody comes in for a consultation. Okay, I'm gonna say a financial advisor in this case. And let's just say that you're coming through, you're advising somebody on it, you're doing a free consultation or whichever the case. And I want you to think of the paradigm shift right now, okay, that I'm going to talk about. The first thing being, you give somebody a business card. What do people generally do with a business card? They either put it in their pocket, they put it in their billfold, their wallet, whichever the case, or their purse. And they more than likely, that business card just went into what I call the business card abyss. You have no idea where that thing ends up. And if somebody wants to reach you, if you're lucky enough for that customer to actually put it into their phone, they can actually contact you very, very quickly. All right. But if you don't, which most people don't, their business card is lost, and that contact is lost pretty much forever. I mean, it's no follow-up with that. You just spent all that money on business cards, and it really didn't help you, okay, in my opinion. There are things that do help you, and there are things that don't help you. Now, think of the paradigm shift here, and I call this the ultimate business card approach, okay? Let's just say that you did a physical book, say a soft copy book or whichever the case, and you decided that you wanted to have something based around your expertise that talks about what your business card essentially is going to outline, okay? Essentially. That is an ultimate business card, you guys. So let's just say a realtor, right? A realtor gets a couple in, and I know I've jumped around with all these different business types. But let's just say somebody comes in and you got a couple who's first-time home buyers, okay? Or you're somebody that you're wanting to sell your property, okay? Think of all the different scenarios here. Let's just say that realtor, when they're doing, they're getting the people's needs met and all this stuff. Well, every realtor, or, it doesn't matter what your business is, okay, but I'm using realtor here. They want to be able to educate somebody on what to do, and rather than handing them, or you could do one of two ways, you can put your business card in this book. But with this book, what you're doing is you're essentially handing this to your potential customer, client, and you're educating them on what your expertise is. Think about that just for a minute. Are they going to lose that book, or are they going to throw that book to the side like they would a business card? The answer is no. They're not going to. I can assure you of that. So what's going to happen immediately for you is you're going to gain instant authority, instant credibility in these people's eyes, because you stand out from the crowd. Your book that you just offered these people, a physical book, and again, remember, we do physical books, audio books, and digital books, and we have an actual package that encompasses all three of these, plus book promotion. Don't forget that. But these people, your customers, they're going to literally take this book, and more than likely, let's just say that realtor, for instance, they go through, and these customers are having issues with, they don't know what they need to do. They don't know how to get ready to buy this home, et cetera, et cetera. This book tells exactly what it is that you need them to do in order to qualify to buy this home, or whichever the case, to sell their home, to refi this home, et cetera. You have that book that states that. What happens? These people are going to they're going to deal with you. They're going to look at you as an authority. They're going to look at you as somebody that I need to do business with, okay? You don't have to sell yourself. That book is going to sell for you. That is going back to some of these previous models. That is branding yourself without having to brand them. That is directing them to your website. That is telling them where they can go in your social media. And if you have videos, that directs them there. Think about it. Okay, that's what a book does for you. It encompasses all of that in one. Okay, and it doesn't have to be long books. And I'm not talking about novels here, folks. Okay, I'm talking about books. Okay, and the thing is, we'll advise you on the length of book, what you may need to offer, and we have different packages. Whether or not you provide the information or if you want us to do it, that's going to be obviously a much higher cost, just because of what's going to be associated with that. So everything that we're talking about here, we'll advise you on that, and this is something that we're going to be offering. And that folks, in itself, if you search out this service anywhere else, if you go to a book publisher, big book publisher, or anybody like that, the cost from what we're going to offer to what they will offer are significantly less. But nevertheless, it is something that you know, we offer as a service. So just think about it. Okay, I call it my ultimate business card approach, because right now I'm actually doing a couple different books, excuse me, that are going to lend to some of the authority that I actually bring to the table, and you know, and being part of this consulting team with Tiffany. Okay, all right, so there you go. That's book publishing. All right, and that's, I'm not just trying to blow it off like it's nothing, but it's a major thing. All right, and then let me bring this down, because I'm just going to touch one base on one last thing. Okay, and this mobile apps for business. Folks, this right here, I want you all to know, we offer mobile apps for business as well. Okay, this is something that with her offering consulting services, this is something I offer with ShareBeat right now, and this is her and I working together on this consulting, this Dream Team consulting. This is something right here that I'm actually working on a mobile app for Dream Team Consulting right now, okay, on the back end of this, just so you all know. So she's going to be able to, you know, not only add a book, not only add social media, etc. She's going to have a mobile app that's going to be able to give people the opportunity to interface with them. What does a mobile app do for your business? One, it's going to give you step-by-step directions to your brick and mortar business. You get to have, for all of you who go to the shop, you know, go like Kroger, or you go to Smith's, or, you know, Albertsons, or wherever you go to, Piggly Wiggly, whatever, okay, you have those little plastic cards that are on your keychain that you give to the person who is checking you out, and you get customer loyalty points. And that's exactly what a mobile app can do. That's what we do. You can have your customer loyalty points built into your mobile app. Think about it. Your business is going to be in your customer's phone, and anytime that they use your services, let's just say you're a restaurant and they come in, you can check in, you know, you can give them a customer loyalty point. Okay, integrated, excuse me, integrated with social media. Okay, so if you have a Facebook account, a Twitter account, etc., we're going to be able to do this. And it has a viral buzz feature, or what we call tell a friend. Let's just say that you're again, let's use the restaurant here. You're doing some type of, say, right now, as I'm doing this, you guys know Christmas is right around the corner. So a lot of you are having your Christmas parties, you're doing things like that. So let's just say you're going to this bar and grill, or you're going to this restaurant, and you're wanting to tell your friends. You can literally do it with one push of a button. You can tell your friends from Facebook, Twitter, etc. Hey, this is what I'm doing. You can send it via text message. Hey, I'm going here, meet me there. Okay, so this is what you call, when I use that term, word of mouth marketing on steroids with Facebook. This is taking it to the next level. Okay, this is personalizing it and utilizing word of mouth marketing with social media, etc. within your mobile app, and it's taking it to the next level. Okay, you can have your events calendar in there. So whatever you're doing as far as events, maybe you're holding some type of, you know, whatever the event it may be. And again, I'll use a restaurant for it. It doesn't matter if you're a realtor, if you're a dentist, if you're whichever. Okay, everybody's doing things like this that can actually help you. But let's just say that restaurant, you're doing, like right now, you're doing, you know, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you're doing a 4:30 to 7:30, you're doing drink specials, and you can have it on your event calendar. So everybody that comes in, they download your app, they get these notifications, they check out your event calendar, and they want to take advantage of your specials. Okay, pretty cool. You can do mobile only specials. Okay, and what do I mean by that? As you guys see, you guys are probably still getting these coupons in the mail. You're probably, for those of you who still read newspapers, you cut out the coupons or whatever. Within that mobile app, you can offer these mobile only specials. So when you come in, you can hand your phone over to the person. They can actually put that code in. Boom, you can get 10% off, 15% off, etc., at whatever they deem necessary with their mobile only special. So that's something that is intuitive, that keeps them, it really integrates very well with the customer loyalty program. And you know what, let me bump this up so you guys can see this a little bit more. So what's great about that is really it personalizes your business to your customers' experience. Okay, and for any of you who are probably thinking about the possibilities right now, think about this. Your business is going to be on your customers' smartphones. Think about that just for a minute. Okay, think about that. All right, something that is more personal to most people than anything is their smartphones. And you have your business branded app and branded icon on your customers' smartphones. There is no better form of marketing advertisement in the world than a mobile app. Okay, so there you go. So you got step-by-step directions, customer loyalty program. I guess you should put program. You can have integrated with your social media, which is great. Okay. Then you have the viral buzz tell a friend feature, which is amazing. You have the events calendar and your mobile only specials. And then the last, folks, this is something I absolutely love. Okay, this is one of the, probably in my opinion, the best feature of a mobile app, and this is why it's last. It's the push notification feature. Why is that special? Okay, think about it for a second, folks. Anytime, if you look at your smartphone right now, if you got something from LinkedIn or you got something from Facebook or you got something from Twitter, what happens? You go there and you see that notification. If it's something that's appealing to you, what do? You click on it. Push notifications get a, they get a 97%. I guess if I can stop typing in the wrong places, 97% open rate. Think about that just for a minute. And what we're talking about here is, obviously we're going to build your mobile apps, but then there's going to be a hosting, there's going to be a push notification fee, and that's a set rate. We don't charge you anything over that. That's just like with your phone, you get a set service with that. So just keep in mind, with push notification, you get a 97% open rate. So everybody that comes to your business, let's just say you got 1,000 people. I'm going to give you a kind of a general number of what you can use here. With mobile apps and that push notification, and this, remember, this is branded to your business, folks. This is branded absolutely to your business. So rather than taking a flyer, a radio advertisement, a TV commercial, etc., you can have a mobile app. Basically, it's like throwing a net in line as fish are coming down the stream. That's the way I look at it. Okay, so going with that, just think of all those fish that are coming downstream, being able to catch and retain 97% of those fish. Just think of it that way. All right, and let's just say, I'm gonna give you a roundabout number here. Let's just say you get 1,000 people who have downloaded your app. You send out a notification, it gets a 97% open rate. That means 970 out of those 1,000 people are gonna open your text message. And that's statistical. That's a statistical average. Okay, statistical. There's some that get better. There's some that maybe get a little worse. Okay, but what's your return on investment for that push notification? I'm going to tell you. So out of those 970 people, let's just say you get a low number of 1% of those 970 people who take action on what you just sent out. 1% of those 970 people. That means 9.7 people, let's round it up to 10 people, just took action off of that one push notification. Do you think that feature alone, do you think that just added to your business? The short answer is absolutely. It just added to your bottom line just from having a mobile app alone. Okay. Huge features there. I just pointed out a few of those when we do custom mobile apps for your business. Okay. And don't forget, I'm going to put all these in there. And again, you're probably wondering, you're probably a little overwhelmed right now with holy crap, that this is a lot of stuff to take in. Okay. Let's just go. Okay. Let's go here. DreamTeam Consulting Services. Okay. So there you go. So I've talked about, I'm going to review real quick and I'm going to pull back up the screen so you can actually see my face. Again, I guess we'll go over to the branding section of this. Let's pull all this stuff over so that it doesn't kind of skew everything. I'll clean it up so that when you guys see it, when to download it, it's going to be a lot easier to follow. So we help your business with branding, logo creation, and a slogan. Okay, and that's just some of the features. We can actually work on some of those later. And just remember, branding helps your business. Just think of McDonald's, Burger King, Best Buy, Coke, Pepsi, etc. They're branding without branding. Okay, they have slogans. Again, what's another slogan? What's a mission statement? I'm loving it, or da 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 da. That's McDonald's. Or let's just say another one that you may know that you've probably seen these commercials. Ding 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 ding. That's an Intel base, and I didn't do that right, obviously. But that's branding without branding. That is logo creation. That is your logo branding your business without doing it. So that's branding right there. Then web development. Okay, and this is something maybe some of you got out of this. And let's pull all these over here. Again, the great part about Bubbles that I really enjoy is that you can do all this on the fly. Okay, remember, this is cloud-based hosting. That's what I like about this. One of the unique features of this. And I'm just gonna, we talk about having a home base, your website. Okay, you're gonna land a domain name, so you can go to GoDaddy, Namecheap, etc., wherever you decide. Okay, then you need a hosting. Okay, you need to be able to host that actual domain name. And again, a lot of people don't realize that, but I'm just pointing that out. Things that we can help you with. We can point you in the right direction. And then having an SSL certificate. And think of it right now. I'm on a site that has, see this little lock up here, HTTPS up in the upper left-hand corner. Think about that right now. This Bubbles is using this exact technology. And then, obviously, Google is this is gonna play into their SEO factors, okay? And then something that you should be doing right now, and this is something, hopefully some of you had some aha moments with this, you need to back up your domain. Either every day, every week, every month. It just depends on how much information you're putting in there. And what it does is it helps you to protect your information just in case you get hacked. And believe me, you don't ever want to think about that. I didn't know this, and it was something that I lost a ton of websites because I didn't do that right there. All right. I learned from experience, and this is why I point that out. You want to mirror your drives. What mirroring your drives does is it literally helps to keep your sites running faster, optimally, and it just kind of goes through really quickly. It helps your websites to have a better user experience. And again, that plays into the factor of Google, Yahoo, and Bing as well. That's one of the main factors that they all have right now is, mirroring your drive. Okay, I gave you an example. You can use WordPress. I like WordPress because it's a great platform. It's easy enough to use. And, again, it's something I've been using since the beginning. So it's something that I have a lot of experience on and I can actually help you out with. Like I said, that's something I put in there because there's, with WordPress, there's plugins, there's themes, there's all sorts of things. Obviously, we can work with you to have the best theme, the best plugins to help your site running optimally. And a lot of what you're seeing, a lot of these websites are using custom themes, custom plugins, etc., that help them to do much better. And then, like I said, you can back up your domain, you can mirror your drive, but if you're not caching your website, it's going to be slower. Okay, your load time is going to be slower, and it's going to be the user experience is not going to be as good. So make sure you get a good caching plugin, especially if you're using WordPress. All right, and that's web development. social media. And this is something you know, I didn't even really go into like some of the other things associated with social media, because just so you know, a lot of you, don't know this, and I didn't put LinkedIn in here. Um, we're LinkedIn experts as well, folks. I just put out a program. I just put out a course on LinkedIn where I went from 63 connections to I'm at almost 3,800 in 2 months, and the last month and a half I haven't done anything with it. I mean, it's just building organically, and I'm doing that for a reason. I'm testing that out to show, so I don't overwhelm the LinkedIn community, but I'm doing it in a way where it's simulating somebody who takes effort and they just kind of back off and they let that go. But some of the important SEO factors, and I revert to that because a lot of people, when they go on Google, Yahoo, or Bing, if your site is not there, okay, if your site's not there to be searched, people aren't going to find your business, regardless of how many people you tell. If you don't have close contact with them, they're not going to find you. And one of the best ways to bridge that gap is social media. And social media, the indicators and the factors that social media bring are actually some of the new SEO factors. Okay, so if your information is not getting likes, shares, and comments, it's not getting tweets, it's not getting people that are pinning it, they're not going on Google Plus and giving it a +1, or they're not sharing it on LinkedIn or Tumblr, then folks, I can assure you, you can have as many comments on that website, but if you're not getting the social indicators working for you, your SEO factors are not working. Okay, so make sure that you're integrating with social media. And again, we're experts in all of these. Okay, I have courses, and I'm actually working on a Tumblr course right now as well. So because again, I'm proving my point with some of the SEO things I'm actually doing with Tumblr right now. All right, so really, really important that you guys know that there are a lot of social media, properties out there that have a lot of link juice. And again, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, Instagram, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Rebel Mouse, Clout, Snapchat, Cyberdust, Vine, Likes. And again, Likes is one of my new favorites, you guys. Definitely check out Likes. And then Hang With. Hang With, I love that app. That's just one of my favorite apps that I use right now. It's just great, okay? Why I put Hang With last, because it really is tapping into video marketing. Okay, video marketing. I'm working on a YouTube course right now, but I have hundreds of first page, #1 overall result rankings for many terms, not just long tail keywords, you guys, for competitive keywords. For launches, affiliate launches, for brands, etc. So some would consider, hey, that having some authority on YouTube. There's MetaCafe, there's Hulu, there's Google Video, and many more. Okay, there's a lot of you probably didn't even know there's a lot of these video submission sites. So we also do custom videos, okay, as part of this, and that's something that's worth noting, because you can do the generic videos and get those ranked, which we know how to do, obviously, and but we can do the commercial style where it really tells the story without you having to be overly hypey about your business, and we do those as well. That's something that I'm really proud of, because that's something we've added to our arsenal. I added to my arsenal several months ago, and haven't looked back since. Then there's video submission. Okay, a lot of you think, why is that important? Video submission is not all that important. Actually, it is. If you want to be found for all the other different video submission sites, it's really important. Okay, so there's that. Let's go to the next. Then again, we do book publishing. Okay, again, I can't understate this one enough. People just don't understand. There is still a lot of benefit to having your own book. I call it the ultimate business card, and I can't brand that as my own. A couple other marketers that branded it that way, and I just thought that was unique. I started doing it myself, and they were right. Okay, with book publishing, we can do the physical books, the audio books, and the digital books. Okay, and there's different factors that help with all of those, online, offline, and being able to monetize your efforts 3 different ways. And then again, we do book promotion, and with that's something I'm just going to go specifically into helping you. I did this as a case study to help this gentleman out, and I'm sure it blew him away with just what he can get for the book promotion on that. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into that. I spent a little bit of time with book publishing. Really great service. And mobile apps for business. You guys, that's the best marketing resource on the planet. This integrates very well. Your businesses and your customers' phones, there's nothing like it. Okay, you get step-by-step directions, a customer loyalty program, integrated with social media. There's the tell a friend, and that's viral buzz. That's word of mouth marketing on steroids, you know, SMS, social media, etc. It just really works well. Event calendar, mobile only specials, and don't forget, push notifications. So, all right, so let me pull this back into me so I can end this. I know a lot of you who've been attending this for a while, you're probably wondering, when was I going to stop talking? You know, all right. All right, guys, so there you go. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully you're integrating with some of what I've talked to you guys about. I wanted to make sure I provided a lot of value on this, but also talk about this DreamTeam Consulting, because like I said, I just partnered up with Tiffany Smith, and I'm bringing my marketing expertise to the table. She's offering other things. I got a little poofy hair there. Ooh, poofy hair. You guys, for me, as you guys know, I like to do a lot of informal, impromptu trainings like this. I hope you guys got something out of this. Don't forget below, I'm going to actually download these mind maps, and you can actually use those. And they were meant to be general in nature, not be so specific, so that, you guys, a lot of people right now, you're probably getting that deer in a headlight look. It's glossing over, and you're probably wondering, how in the heck can I integrate a lot of these features into that? And, you guys, all I can tell you is, if you're not adding some of these things, especially with the web development, that right there, that alone, maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't. Hopefully you got something out of that with social media. Maybe I introduced you to some social media properties, video marketing. Again, you can look at some of my descriptions. You can look at some of my videos, really go from there. Book publishing. You guys, if you do not have a book for what you do, whatever you're doing, if you're an offline consultant, you need to have a book. Okay, you need to have something you can physically hand somebody and say, hey, I'm an expert in this. This is something I can actually help you out with. All right. Again, a lot of different ways to use that to your benefit. And don't forget, a mobile app for your business. You guys, best marketing resource on the planet, in my opinion. And what I encompass there are just consulting services that DreamTeam Consulting can actually do. And this is what I'm bringing from ShareBeat over to the table, so she can offer better consulting services, because she's doing other things that make this a well-rounded, a full scope consulting service. And again, that's just to help her out, bring what I bring to the table, and so on and so forth. So make sure after this, do me a favor, okay? Subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and don't forget, I'm actually going to put those mind maps down there. Make sure and download those, use those as a template, and share this. Or use those in your business. Maybe start to implement some of these changes, and really, hopefully you go from there. But you guys, I can't thank you enough for actually attending this. I did this to help Tiffany out, and let's not forget, see this right here, Hangout Magic, okay? Because I do the Hangouts like I do, Hangout Magic is something that you can actually put together, and you can use it. It's a custom overlay. See that? That's free, the custom overlay feature. So, all right, guys, hopefully you guys got something on this. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and be looking out for those mind maps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this training, and these are business building tips that you guys can use right now. Hopefully I showed you something that you could add to the overall mix of your business to actually help you out. And these business building tips are well-rounded business building tips. This isn't specific to one particular area. It was something that encompasses the whole business building aspect of your business. And hopefully you guys got something out of that. Remember, Pikes Peak edition of this. My name is Lee Beatty. Thank you so much for attending this, and hopefully you guys got something on it. Don't forget, check that out below. Download your mind maps, learn something from it. So thanks, guys. You guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, before I go, everybody, my mission a couple years ago when I got hacked, I cannot express to you, I found out what my why is. My why is I want to educate a macro community that funds a micro community that feeds a community. Okay. That is my slogan. That's my branding. That's something that I firmly believe in. That's my why. Okay. So hopefully you guys got some education out of this today. And that's my full intent when I put these on. Last but certainly not least, I wish you all love, peace, ease of mind, health, wealth, and happiness. Have a blessed day, guys. Take it easy.